Welcome to Richard Raw's Daily Meditation from the Centre for Action and Contemplation. Today is Thursday, the 28th of May 2020. The week's theme is solidarity, and the title of today's contribution is The Fifth Conversion. The fifth conversion to solidarity is a choice to walk with the poor and oppressed, to be taught by them, and to love them as equals, each of us bearing the divine indwelling spirit within. Although he was raised Roman Catholic and worked with many religious organizations, Paulo Freire rarely used religious language or metaphors to make his point. Yet his teaching on solidarity is fully aligned with the ministry of Jesus. Quote, "Conversion to solidarity with the people requires a profound rebirth. Those who undergo it must take on a new form of existence. They can no longer remain as they were." Close quote. In his work teaching literary skills in Brazil and Chile, Freire employed a method of dialogue that created solidarity and transformed systems of injustice. The dialogue enables the helper to let go of any personal agenda and allows the needs of the helped to be fully told. Eventually, a movement towards liberation is born. Again, to quote him, "Dialogue further requires an intense faith in humankind, faith in their vocation to be more fully human. Founding itself upon love, humility, and faith, dialogue becomes a horizontal relationship of which mutual trust between the dialoguers is the logical consequence." Close quote. Richard Raw continues, "I hope you can see how living out the gospel is always a process of what Freire calls humanization, a movement towards greater freedom, dignity, inclusivity, and possibility. We are one, and through solidarity we more clearly identify and name the systems that separate us. We find in ourselves and in the other the true image of God in which we are created and connected." The dialogue that leads to solidarity is a way that oppressors and oppressed begin to recognize each other as subjects in their full humanity, as both learn to teach in this active encounter of faith and love. Here is Freire in his own words. "Dialogue cannot exist without humility. How can I dialogue if I regard myself as a case apart from others, merely its in whom I cannot recognize the I's? How can I dialogue if I consider myself the owner of truth and knowledge? How can I dialogue if I am closed to and even offended by the contribution of others? Self-sufficiency is incompatible with dialogue. At the point of encounter in dialogue, there are neither utter ignoramuses nor perfect sages. There are only people who are attempting together to learn more than they now know. We are all on a journey together, and we are all in need of liberation, which might be a better word than salvation. God's intention is that we be in solidarity with and take universal responsibility for the whole. As Paul taught, if one part is hurt, all parts share in the pain. If one part is honored, all the parts share the joy." This is from 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 26. Think of Christianity as a giant act of solidarity with the marginalized and all of creation. Here ends today's meditation. And again, can I encourage all of you who haven't done so to sign up to the Centre for Action and Contemplation for the daily meditation, which will be sent to you into your in tray and which you can read at your leisure.